Yep, I solved Deltarune. I really did. It's not clickbait or anything, I really do believe I just solved Deltarune. Image, friend, Ralsei, soul, angel, knight, everything. So I guess let's start from the top then. So it all began when, at some point in a single moment, I just, realized that burning eyes are supposed to oppose the darkened eyes. It's kind of obvious in the retrospect, but, really, only those blinded by darkness can see in this land. And Irem says, "I can see in the dark, you know," and then comments on Chris' burning eyes. It's just, yeah, that's the way it is. I posted my findings on the Deltarune subreddit and was directed to a video theory of Andrew Cunningham, the Ink Theory, Part 1, where he discusses the peculiar book on the bookshelf that says, "And so wept the fallen star, making rivers with its tears. Then slowly from bitter water something grew. It looked like glass. So stars cry and make glass. Glass is the prophecy, which is ice, and water, tears, is darkness. So, is there something like that with fire?" And turns out there is. In the mental minigame, we follow the northern light and find fire. We follow a star's light and find fire. Star weeps and makes ice, star shines and makes fire. Now what about the player? The player is wholly made of red fiery determination. And exudes, makes, shines light. The player is made of fire and shines light. That explains both the hellish imagery associated with the player and the angelic imagery associated with the player, since it's made of hellish fire, yet exudes holy light. Both light and darkness are heavenly, so the angel must be associated with both. More specifically, made of light and produce darkness. So, yeah, perhaps that thing in the knight's chest, the glowing eye, is the angel. So, if we have someone made of fire that produces light, someone made of light that produces darkness, is there someone made of darkness that produces ice? Or more specifically, control? Yes! There's the cat, friend. He's made of darkness and produces puppets, Spamton, with the shadow crystals. And what about someone made of control or eyes that produces fire? Yeah, there's a Ralsei. He's made of the prophecy and produces fire. Now let's look at the elemental pairs. Dark and star. The angel is a star that produces darkness. Cat puppet. The friend is a cat that makes puppets. Wholly electric. The player is on an electric computer and produces holy light. So the next elemental pair will be something like, I don't know, goat fire or goat red, you know? Alright, so Gaster made Ralsei and made the soul. Then who made the angel and friend? Let's see. Let's blow out a color wheel. The soul is red, Ralsei is green. The angel, as evident by the entirety of Chapter 4 and the Northern Light minigame, the mental minigame, the angel is blue, it is associated with blue. But friend doesn't follow that pattern. He doesn't exist in that group. He's associated with pink and yellow. So maybe friend is not from here at all. Perhaps the angel is slave to friend. And that's why it's crying in the first place. That's why it's crying bitter tears of darkness. And that's why it wants to be banished. But that's not it, no. Then we have the weird route, where we give Noelle fire to fight the darkness. And if ice counters light of hope, then perhaps she, well, enslaves the angel for herself. And she becomes with the angel like Chris is with the soul. After all, Chris and the soul on the opposite sides of the color wheel, and Angel and Noelle are too. Blue and yellow, cyan and red. So perhaps we use the angel to reach the friend and kick its ass. Which is why Noelle can equip the black shard, because, well, it's the knight's weapon and knight is part angel. And that's why only Chris can equip the twisted sword, because only Chris needs the twisted sword. They need the trance down because, well, the guy whose entire thing is control is gonna be trying to control people. But Noelle and the player can resist it with the fiery determination, but Chris might need a trance down stat. Either way, both Black Shard and the Twisted Sword have the same attack stat, so they don't have a reason to exist at the same time if they're meant to be used on the same character. And they both deal extra damage against darkness, of which the body of Friend is made. I believe we'll break apart its shell of darkness and see what's inside. That's the weird route.